opportunity to do another cartoon right now. Excuse me, moving the microphone. Oh, it's loud. So loud. Ah. So come join me. Just getting started up. We'll start in just a second. Not putting the clock up right now. I'm just starting. Okay. So here we go. Oh, I get lots of questions about what my studio looks like. This is the studio. I'll show you that again later and explain it. Okay, today just getting started. Give me a second. I'll get everything going. Looks like YouTube is working. And Twitch isn't quite working yet. Get moving. Alright, I'm just going to start. You can join me later. Okay, well, today's cartoon will be one of those at the TV cartoons that I do all too frequently. So let's put a TV here. I'm just going to lay the thing out broadly. Seeing as no one's watching yet, I usually put up the clock for a few minutes and people have some time to find me. But today, I'm jumping right in. If it works. Well, I think it might be working this time. I was having trouble getting Twitch to work today. I think it might be working now. Oh, nope. But should be streaming as it's connecting. YouTube is online, which is connecting. Ah, I think Twitch is working now. Yes! Finally! Although it says it's connecting, I think it's starting to work. That took a while. But we'll see in a second if it really is working. It says live. Is it working? Oh, I think it is working. Ha ha ha. It's just kind of odd. A little slow and odd. It says it's connecting and it's not connected. Tell you what, I'm going to run the clock for a few minutes. Let's see if this will start working right. So we're going Okay, well, I'm going to start up now. I had a little trouble getting Twitch to work, but it looks like, every so often it's showing the spinning wheel and kind of giving up, and it's running just about a minute late. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. But that said, there's 16 of you who showed up to watch. So what can I say? I'll let you suffer through the slow feed and the dropped frames and the spinning wheel, but not quite sure what to do about it, and I got a cartoon to draw, so here it comes. So I'm drawing the TV set, and the wires and the legs on the TV table. A little bit of rug. Of course, the news cycle now is in a frenzy with Mitt Romney's comments and Donald Trump madness. So how can I draw about anything else? This cartoon is going to be a guy watching TV cartoon. And I'm sorry to say that the video is running about 2 minutes slow. So I will respond to your comments. Have a little patience because there's quite the lag today. Drawing the Barcalanger. And let's see, let's give him a side table. So, what is the cartoon going to be, you might ask? The cartoon is going to be all the little speech balloons around the TV saying, "Don't vote for Trump." And here's the old white guy sitting watching TV, and his last thought balloon at the end is, "Vote for Trump." So that's the gag. Repeat and contrast. This is going to be his side table. I'm just blocking things so that I get a little perspective. And let's give him a beer. There's his beer. Put a little drawer on the side cabinet. It's always good to have reasonable details. Have these people have a real environment. I see that the video has started for you folks 3 or 4 minutes ago. So nice to see you all here again. All right. The old white guy should go. Head a little bit above the top of the Barcalanger. Big head. Let's give him a big belly. Let's put him in his underwear. This is, let's give him a little bit of belly with a belly button there. And the knees come here. And foot. And foot. Maybe I should put him in a wife beater. Wife beater meaning a t-shirt of the style called wife beater. He's not an actual wife beater. Oh, it looks like I'm not getting any lag on the videos. The video quality looks good. It's not dropping out right now. That's all good. I don't have any comments yet. You guys are silent. But it's kind of fun that I just start broadcasting and people show up. The magic of Twitch, huh? Streaming, not broadcasting. Gotta watch my old man vocabulary. Alright, I like to define the three-dimensionality of the chair by the knees and the hands going over the right spots and giving a little bit of bend. So I want to be sure I'm catching three-dimensionality on all this stuff that I'm drawing. My Flint, Michigan water. Tell you what, I'm going to move the camera a little bit this way because I'm kind of over here today more than I'm over here. That's probably a little better. Oh, you're getting a little bit of the camera in the view. That's bad. That's okay. All right. No one has anything to say, but the stream is looking okay. Well, I think we're good. You know, I don't like that position. I think I'm gonna put his head in his hand. See if I like that better. Man boob going on here. Let's pull the stomach out more, that's funnier. He is an old white guy. Oh, now I'm getting a spinning wheel on Twitch. Sorry about that, folks. It looks like it just wants to do what it wants to do today. Nose out a little bit more. A little more disgust on the face. Just bring this hand over here. Not sure I'm happy with this yet. A little more. Length on the foot there. No comments yet, folks? Barco Lounger can go back a little bit farther that way, I think. Still look Barco Loungery. Okay, I'm going to put a little more detail in here, see if I can get a little more right. That table needs a little different perspective. correcting everything in the rough sketch. I'm going to redraw this in on a piece of vellum on top. Let's move the beer can over here. Now, old men. Boy, it looks like Twitch is quite hung up, but YouTube is working fine. I don't know what's up with Twitch today. Seems to struggle. I'll try refreshing the screen. Sorry, folks. I see the Twitch, and I can't blame you because it's not looking good. I could try go into a different server. I'll do that in a minute. If you guys tell me it's bad and you guys are not commenting here, then I'll try a different server. Let's see, maybe there's an internet bottleneck today. It's affecting Twitch and not YouTube. Okay, this is the gag here. I'm going to go up through the back of the Barcalounger. The gag is vote for Trump. Well, I refreshed and it looks like it's working okay. Maybe it's been working okay for you guys in the meantime. I don't know, since you don't chat with me. Okay, got that going. He's here in his boxer shorts. Get the perspective on the seat of the couch here. The Barcalounger. When I do the old guy sitting with his wife, it's the seat of a couch. But by himself, he's just in his Barcalounger. Excuse me. You gotta admit, the news is fun these days. Get these feet correct. His underwear. Give him a bigger wife beater neck. And then I will futz some more on his face. So around the TV there will be else a little speech balloons that say, "Don't vote for Trump." Okay. And these will all be "Don't vote for Trump." Exclamation points. Somebody's pinging me on the phone. Oop. Can't talk right now. Let's straighten out the perspective on this table here a little bit. I was going a little bit too fast on that. And his toe. This table need to come out because it's interfering with his feet. I'll just pull this foot over a little bit. Straighten it up, move it over a little bit. As you know, I am rather indecisive and I futz around a lot till I get things the way I want them. Okay, let's put this leg over here, and that foot can be a little hidden behind the table, and that's okay. I can have a little toe down there if I want. Cable box. Actually, that makes a little more sense. We can have a power cord coming out over here. All right. Yeah, looks like Twitch has picked up, and it looks like it's working again, at least for me here. Not getting any comments or complaints from anybody. I guess no complaints is good. Not too happy about no comments. Alright, let's rethink this guy's face. Hey, if any of you silent lurkers have not followed me before, I do appreciate the follow, so please do follow. Well, I've got a lot of shadow going on today, don't I? See if I can fix that a little bit. A little bit. Oh, maybe that's better. Okay. His face demands my reading glasses. Sorry, folks. Oh, I'm getting the spinning wheel on Twitch. Sorry about that. If someone wants to complain, I might switch to another server. Otherwise, I presume it's all good for you. That looks like a grizzly old elderly white male voter, doesn't it? Make sure that I've got him appropriately grizzled. Some three-dimensionality going on his chair. Is that a old man that pleases me? There's his ear. Okay. If Twitch isn't working for you, you can switch to YouTube. Look for Daryl Cagle on YouTube. Or go to, well, from Cagle.com, I think we're streaming the Twitch. Well, that doesn't help. Okay, is this all I need for a sketch? Where does the signature goes here? DarylCagle.com. Let's put politicalcartoons.com over here. Okay. All right. So this is the cartoon. The electronic voices out of the TV say, "Don't vote for Trump, don't vote for Trump, don't vote for Trump," over and over and over and over. And the gag is down here, he thinks vote for Trump. That's how he hears the TV. The alternative cartoon I was thinking was big establishment Republican elephant talking to the little doggy elephant. The big establishment Republican elephant says, he says, "Don't vote for Trump," and then says what the doggy hears is vote for Trump. So Syndrome Down writes, "Change this please, Trump versus Rubio cartoon." Where does it say that, Syndrome Down? Oh, I see. It's up here on Twitch. Okay. Thank you, Syndrome. I think I've got that changed now. Okay, and I appreciate the comment. And I presume the stream is working for you. Okay, is this right? I think I might want this speech balloon to be just a little bit lower. And that will give it a little bit of a comedic timing below the other ones. All right. I'm going for the vellum, folks. Hey, I got a lot of requests from you. Oh, thank you for the follow, Owlandish. That's very nice. I appreciate it. Reminds me I need to turn my speaker off. A lot of you have asked me to show you what my studio setup looks like. So, oops. Here it is. I took a snapshot. This is my studio. And I can tell you what's going on here. This is my second monitor where I have all the stuff I look at. This is the monitor that I can make show up in the stream. These are lights that I have on, lighting up me and my blue screen behind me. Hello, second on whatever. Nice to see you here. And this is the little spot where I draw. It is a little spot. You see these two things sticking out from the drawer up above? That's the camera shooting down at my table, and this is my microphone, this thing here. This is another light that I have over here on the right so that I get less shadow on the tabletop by the lights being on either side. And all going well, second on. This is my laptop that I have over here on the side, and underneath is my scanner and my printer. And on the laptop I have Twitch and YouTube running so that I can see how the streams look, and I can see when things are running slow, and it looks like things are working right now. Anyway, everything here is pretty bunched up and close, and I oh, thank you for following Ivan220219996. I appreciate the follow. Anyway, I work in a tiny little cramped spot, and then behind my seat right here is my big blue screen out of the picture. And so you're seeing me on a little camera right here. This little camera is my face camera, and this little camera is the look straight down at the paper camera. And when I sit here, this camera and this microphone are right in front of my nose. So, hey, you wondered what it looked like? Here it is. Not as romantic as you thought it was going to be, huh? So, hey, thank you, Ivan and Owl, for following. I appreciate it. Second on whenever, you need to follow as well. I do need the follows. Okay, let's tape this puppy on. I'm still using Scotch tape because it's convenient. And I should be using the low tack oh, I'm sorry, I haven't switched back. So I'm here taping the vellum on top of the drawing, and I'm just going to start with the lettering and my eyeglasses. So, lots of lettering in this cartoon, and yes, I hand letter everything. I don't use the computer fonts. And that's because my lettering exists in my cartoon universe as well. So this one's going to take a little bit of lettering time. And I'm going to do the balloons after I do the lettering, because it's easier than trying to fit the lettering into the balloon. It ends up looking better. Just a balloon trick for you. For some reason, it's hard for me to talk while I letter. I have to think in my head of what letter I'm writing. Otherwise, I transpose the wrong letter. My dyslexic cartoonist comes out. You folks go silent again? I'm getting a spinning wheel on my Twitch. I think Twitch is having trouble today. So, second on, are you going to follow me? I do appreciate the follows. This is going to be a smaller vote for Trump. No red lines, no red ties, right? So we talked about this yesterday. The fractured cartoon was titled Trump versus Rubio until it was posted on the site. Yeah, no red ties. I gotta admit that I've got this long checklist of things I have to get right before I start the streaming. And sometimes I miss things like retitle Twitch. I don't think I retitled YouTube today. But I'll get to that later if I don't get to it first. It's just a matter of me not doing a good enough job here. Okay, we can do a few little speech balloons here. I like to work from right to left because I'm left-handed and I don't have to drag my hand through the pencil so much. Yes, I'm afraid there are many things about this streaming that I have yet to improve. So now you've seen my studio, there's no more mystery, huh? I was setting up to do a video for the frequently asked questions. That's why I had a picture of the studio. And some old samples. Another question I get a lot is, when did you start being a cartoonist? How did you become an editorial cartoonist? And where do you get your ideas? And what kind of paper and pencil do you use? So I'm going to put all that stuff in the FAQ. That zaggy line is not ideal because it's coming a little close to the edge of the Barco lounger. That one's wrong. That's pointing at his head. That one kind of is too. Let's get rid of this. Nice to see you silent people there watching. Tell me if you're getting a lot of spinning wheel on Twitch like I am. Make this one go over the top. That's a little better. Okay. Well, I appreciate all you silent folks being here, and I appreciate the nice 3 new follows I've gotten today. That's great. I love getting the follows. If you want to see more of my work, go to darylcagle.com, or you can follow my Facebook page at facebook.com/politicalcartoons. good comment opportunity for all you silent folks. Don't vote for Trump. So this is basically the same as that What the Doggy Hears cartoon I told you about, which is kind of an editorial cartooning standard, you know, what the doggy hears. But one problem that I have in depicting Republican infighting is that it's hard to distinguish between one elephant and another, what their positions are on this when the party is split. Easier to draw an elephant as all of the Republicans when it's saying something that is genuinely common to all the Republicans. But we don't have that here, do we? We've got 22 people watching, though. That's better than usual. 22 silent people. Alright, I'm going to start with his hand because it's easier to make his head fit in his hand than it is to make his hand fit on his head. Another one of those. Oh, no red ties, right? Twitch is twitching on me today. Not your issue, methinks. Well, you know, it's hard for me to tell because what I'm sending and what I'm receiving are not necessarily related. And the fact that I'm getting a good feed on YouTube makes me think that my outgoing is just fine, and the problem must be with Twitch. I'm using restream.io to go to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And it usually works very nicely, and problems are not things that I can blame on the Restream, which seems to be quite a nice service. Oh, is this one finger too lousy? Do I need to fix it? I think I do. It was just too lousy. That one's looking a little bit lousy too. It's a little bit better. So if you guys really don't want to talk, I'm going to stop complaining. I'll just assume you're the silent majority here. Oh, you wonder what I do over here to the right every so often? Um, right here, I've got my piece of very messy sandpaper taped to the table. And that's what I do when I reach over here and do this. Give myself a chisel point. In case you're wondering. A lot of this is going to be carried through with the color. That was not good, and that's a little bitter. Because the color will accentuate the gag. I think I'm going to make all of these little Don't Vote for Trump balloons be yellow, and then I'm going to make Vote for Trump be orange. So that should pop the punchline out a little bit. Old man watching TV cartoon. An editorial cartoon standard. One thing about darkening up ends of lines like this is it gives people the impression that you're drawing with a pen, which is nice. No Red Ties writes, I was noting how interesting it was to watch the mechanics of a left hand. I work from the lower left and then clockwise. The mechanics of the left hand. So you're a cartoonist, no red ties? His old man arm. Not sure I'm happy with it yet. of shadow against the chair. The light is coming from the TV, huh? These comments are coming out 15 minutes later, writes No Red Ties. Hey, Zir Higgs, thank you so much for following. That's really very nice. Thank you. 15 minutes later. Oh, I see. I'm looking at the screen at how far behind it is. Oh, well, what can I say? That's Twitch today. Cartoon Man, who is really Kid Scoop News, right? Hey, Daryl, had to leave yesterday, but I wanted to say the Shattered Elephant came out great, and yes, lots of spinning wheel right now. Sorry about all the spinning wheel. Although I must say I'm not seeing spinning wheel on YouTube. YouTube writes, video output low. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Oh boy. Well, what can I say? Sorry about the buffering, folks. I suppose I could try changing my settings to slow down the video. Let's give that a shot. Settings, output, bit rate. I'm gonna see if I can change the output settings and speed this up a little bit. So I'm giving that a shot. Now let's see if this is any better. I changed the output from what did I change it from? I changed it from 3000 bitrate to 2500. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, comments seem delayed. Let me know if this improves a little bit now that I have these new settings. Hello, Vin for Nails. I don't think I've seen you here before. No Red Ties writes that the comments from Twitch are taking a good 15 to 30 minutes to get there today. What can I do? Sorry about that, Vin for Nails. Vin for Nails, come follow me. I appreciate the follows. Oh, ZZR Higgs, 5 minutes ago. Thank you, ZZR. That's very nice of you. So I slowed this down to bitrate of 2500, and it looks like that didn't make any difference. So I'm going to slow it down again. Let's see if another setting helps. Give me a second here. Output is going to be 2000. Let's try that. Okay, there's a change. Let's see if that helps with the spinning wheel at all. So the bit rate is 2/3 of what it was. And we'll see if that helps. There goes the wife beater. Yeah, he needs a little bit of man boobs going on. There's the man boobs. So maybe what's happening here is I'm not getting many comments from you because the comments are so delayed. You guys are dissuaded from doing the comments. But I've got to say, on YouTube, even though it says it's running slow, it's looking okay. It's Twitch that's giving me most of the trouble. Possible I've been streaming too much and the Cox cable is throttling me. I haven't thought about that. His can of something he's drinking. No telling what it is. like Twitch is frozen. Twitch is frozen, but YouTube is fine. Huh. I'm not sure I want to go below that 2000 bit rate. So folks, I do appreciate follows. Please give me a follow. If you want to see the past cartoons and past videos, go to darylcagle.com. Twitch is working. I can never be sure. I just know that you guys are unusually quiet. Okay, there's the man boob. There's the inside the wife beater shirt. Belly. You want me to turn off the mic cutoff? I guess I could do that, roast chicken. Tell me if you think it's better without the mic cut off, so you hear this constant junk in the background. If I can try it. Noise gate. Close threshold 0. Close. That should keep the microphone on all the time. Tell me if you prefer it with the background hiss. Roast chicken, have you followed me? I appreciate the follows. So that's my microphone without any threshold. With all the background hiss. Tell me if you prefer this. Yep, you're delayed by 10 minutes. What can I tell you? Actually, I think that's a little better than it was since I turned down the bitrate. If you guys are more experts at OBS than I, perhaps you have a suggestion for a different setting. you know, this had worked well in the past, these settings. And my apologies for that big lag. So, J. Gray Slay writes, how do you get put under the creative topic? I just picked it when I was doing the settings in Twitch. Roast Chicken writes, say you're playing the game creative in your stream. Yes, that's exactly what you do to set it up for creative. Roast Chicken, sounds like you know what you're doing. Knob is wrong, isn't it? Knob needs to stick out that way. Oh, I've got more people watching. Did I go up on Jumbotron or something? It jumped up to 35 people from about 12. Tell me if I'm up there now. I would appreciate knowing. And I would very much appreciate some new follows. Talia Johnson writes, huh and hi. Nice to see you there, Talia. Talia is on YouTube. Okay, now you know this whole area's got to be filled up with don't vote for Trump. So I've got my work cut out for me here. I'm going to be here for a while doing lettering. Vote for Trump. It's fascinating to see the egos on display here with people telling other people what to do. Mitt Romney today. The Phoebe! Nice to see you here, the Phoebe. The Phoebe is a great... I'm very impressed with the Phoebe. Although I think my stream is struggling to keep up today. So, anyone here? My apologies for that. It looks like that little burst of people coming in has dissipated. Showing fine for you? That's good, that's good. No red ties writes, I'm not complaining, just information. The comments on YouTube don't seem to be getting there at all. Huh. Well, I got 2 comments from Talaya, and that's all today on YouTube. Nice to know it's working well for you, the Phoebe. And you can all see, oh, I see the number of people dropped from 35 down to 10. I think I might have gone up on the big screen and they said, what's up with this spinning wheel? Took me down. That would be my guess. Okay, don't vote for Trump. There. Okay, I'm going to give him a little bit of... Actually, you know, I slowed my bitrate setting here from the recommended 3000 down to 2000. So I think that might have helped, but I can't quite tell. I'm getting the spinning wheel here too. I think it's something different. Just as I was saying, I thought it wasn't. Bit of space for belly button there. Ooh, the belly button looks kind of nasty, huh? I want to give the lines a little bit of curve to try to give it some volume. Yep, sorry folks about all that lag. Oh, I've got spinning wheels on everything now. My goodness, both YouTube and Twitch. Both spinning today. Even with the slower bitrate. Sorry about that, folks. Well, when I refresh it, it looks like it's working. What can I say? So we've got a Republican debate. Is that tonight? The Republican debate? Oh, it's on 360. 360. Republican debate. Yes. That'll be fun tonight. They should be extra crazy. I just set it up to tape. Sabertooth Lime. Nice to see you, Sabertooth Lime. I'm guessing you're going to complain about the lag as well. You are something. But, oh, and Sabertooth, you followed me. Thank you so much. That's really very nice of you. I see that happened 5 minutes ago. Thank you very much. So if you're new to the stream, today I was showing everybody, I get lots of questions about what it looks like where I work, and this is my messy little spot where I work, and it's tiny, and, you know, all the drawing just goes on in this little spot. This is all you see. This is the camera looking down at the little spot. You see it's taped up with tape. This is my microphone that you've been complaining about. This is the screen that I look at where I put Photoscrap up. This is the screen where I have all of my controls and I see the comments and things. And this is my laptop that I've got running on the side over here, showing me if the streams are working, because I don't want to stream them on my computer because that slows things down too much. So here is the microphone that's right in front of my mouth. Here's the camera that's right in front of my nose looking down. And here's the face camera that's looking at my face. And then right behind me over here is the blue screen. And another question I get is about my past work. I'll show you some past stuff. Let's go over here. So this is the kind of stuff kind of stuff I typically do. Here, let's change this. That's a little better. So this is stuff from the old days. I did ad work. I did a lot of work for the Muppets through the years. Lots of, you know, comics and books and products. I did these glasses for McDonald's. I did a lot of these kinds of giveaway things. Oral-B toothbrushes. This is one of their best sellers, the toothbrushes. And then, you know, my years as an illustrator, I did the magazine covers and stuff like this. This was my old life before becoming a political cartoonist. And this is how I typically work. This is a magazine illustration for an article about Botox. So, you know, I do the line drawing in pencil, and then I add the color in Photoshop, and there it is in the magazine. So, you know, typical of the stuff I do. Although this stuff is all pretty old, because the last 15 years I've been concentrating on editorial cartoons. This was a Game Boy game box that I did. Other people's characters. I did a lot of other people's characters. Alright, back to work. I'm thinking I might do some more of the illustration work just to fill things out a bit. So you may see me streaming some other than political cartoons once in a while. I haven't been doing much illustration work in recent years. And I got out of the habit, but I do miss it a little bit. And the editorial cartoons are not paying quite well enough. So I think I'll send out a mailer or something, see if I can get a little illustration work happening. Then you'll be seeing that in the stream. You guys are all so silent. Okay. I may give him Angel QB Buen Dibujo. Well, Buen Dibujo to you as well, Angel QB. Hey, Angel, you need to come follow me. I appreciate the follows. Fascinating to see the Trump cartoons that American cartoonists uniformly despise Trump, but the foreign cartoonists are just on a crazy tear, drawing lots of Hitler and scatological stuff. They're just freaking out. And I have not been that anti-Trump, I don't think. The reason I'm not so anti-Trump is that I think the other Republicans, that Ted Cruz, is worse. We got all that news today about giving immunity to Hillary staffer regarding her email investigation, and hit an interesting story about how Hillary was the driving force behind the military going into Libya, creating that mess. Hello, Kibara. what did you think was just you? My lousy stream today? I can start it up and restart it if you guys tell me you want me to do that. Let me know. I'll start it up and restart it. Oh, Kid Scoop News is over there on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube working. Hi and yes. Comments are working for me on YouTube. Nope. Message not sent. Error. Try again. Ha! Akraboostreen. Writes, I voted for Trump on Tuesday and will vote for him in the general election. Well, thank you, Akraboostreen. If you would follow me, I would much appreciate it. I've got to think that I'm about the least anti-Trump cartoonist there is. It's fantastic what a chorus of anti-Trump is going on right now. But all these things they talk about being terrible about Trump, that he's not a real conservative and you can't trust that he's going to do these things because he isn't a real conservative. I don't mind that at all. I tell you, this idea of having a checkbox where you have to agree with all of the different positions of either the left or the right, because they're on the left's list of things or the right's list of things. Those lists are just not natural selections for people. And I get a lot of pushback like that from newspaper editors. If they perceive that conservative cartoonist has drawn a cartoon that's supportive of some issue that should be on the liberal list rather than the conservative list, they get really annoyed. And they'll stop looking at that cartoonist forever. We started putting little red and blue labels on the cartoons on cablecartoons.com to try to get those conservative editors who have the blinders on to anything except what meets their preconceived worldview to consider that sometimes cartoonists are not consistently following the party line, and you can miss a nice conservative cartoon by a liberal cartoonist if you're never looking at a liberal cartoonist because you decided never to look because he drew a cartoon that bothered you one day. And we don't get that trouble with the liberal editors. It's only the conservative editors that demand ideological purity. So, Dugon Ninja Thepik writes, are you going to color this drawing when you're done? I am going to color it when I'm done. That said, it may be late enough in the day when I'm done that I put off the coloring until tomorrow morning. The cartoon has to go out before the East Coast papers close tomorrow. They're going to be closing for their weekend editions. They put the Saturday and Sunday and sometimes Monday newspapers to bed on Friday afternoon. So if you're late with your cartoon on Friday, it just gets lost because they won't come back on Monday and think it's a new cartoon. Cartoon has to get out before the papers close their Sunday edition, which is probably going to be around noon on Friday Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern time, to have a chance of getting into the Sunday papers. So that's the deadline for getting the color out. Tomorrow around noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. Otherwise, this one just gets ignored. I've got another 3 hours for the West Coast not to ignore it, but still. A practical deadline. So, Dugon, have you followed me? I do need a follow. I haven't had a follow for 19 minutes. Would appreciate if you would follow me, Dugon and Akibaru. Looks like the streams are running okay. I'm wondering if that changed to 3,000 bits to 2,000 bits made a difference. It would still have quite a bit of lag to catch up with. Hard for me to talk while I letter. This is the part of the brain I use for talking. If I talk while I letter, very often I misspell something. So, and Trump's going to be faced with Megyn Kelly again today. See how he stands her. I'm not a Megyn Kelly fan. That said, I kind of enjoy Fox News. Don't vote for... getting in the way of this thing. Trump or Trumb? Did I write Trum somewhere? Huh? Or am I misunderstanding you, Syndrome Down? Did I write Trumb? Wouldn't put it past me. Let's make this one connect. And this one can connect. Yeah, I'm afraid the color on this one is going to have to wait until tomorrow because I'm not going to be done with this till 6. Then it's going to be dinner time. Hey, somebody asked me to turn off my threshold on the microphone. You guys like that better with no threshold and the constant hiss? Or do you like it better with the threshold like I had it before? That pencil's a dud. That's a good one. Interesting how inconsistent pencils are. The color is going to help this gag a lot because all these don't vote for Trump balloons are going to be yellow, but the vote for Trump at the end, which is the gag, what the voter hears is going to be orange. So that should tie them together and set them apart. This one can beef up a little bit. I'll get through this one. I've been drawing on this for almost 2 hours. Sounds about right. If I had to guess, I would have guessed 2 hours and 40 minutes for this. For some reason, people think I draw faster, or I should draw faster. But I think 2 hours and 40 minutes, not a long time for a cartoon. Cyberdrone down. Oh, I got a new follower. It's Dejan. Thank you. Dugan. I appreciate the follow. So what is your, what language do you speak, Syndrome Down? What is your preferred tongue? Atomic Widget. Nice to see you here. Have you been here before, Atomic Widget? If not, you must follow me. I do appreciate the follows. And I apologize for the lag and the comments in the video. Not quite sure why things aren't up to snuff today. Oh, you followed. Thank you, Dugan. I do appreciate that. So this is where we are. I've got a few more don't vote for Trumps, and then I'm going to have to draw the television set in with cross-hatching and make it dark. Dark to carry that side of the cartoon. And because TVs are black. That's got to change. Let me draw that in a second. Hey, for those of you who are new here, I was showing you a photo of my drawing area, which people always ask, what's your drawing area look like? Well, this is my drawing area. And let's see, this one's a little better. And again, I sit here in this chair, I draw on this little bit of table. This is the camera that looks down at my hands. This is the camera that looks at my face. This is the microphone that you guys complain about. These are the lights that I turn on that illuminate both the table and the blue screen behind me. This is my second screen that I use to look at all these controls and things and OBS that I have to look at while I'm streaming. And my glasses, my TV remote control, my drink. Over here, the laptop that shows the streams where I get to see the spinning wheel every so often, because I don't want to run that on this because that slows my computer down. And then back here is the blue screen. So now you have a sense of where everything is. And back to this. Atomic Widget. You like this cartoon, huh? I almost drew it as a doggy cartoon. You know, what the master says and what the doggy hears. Master says, don't vote for Trump. Doggy hears, vote for Trump. I didn't do that because I thought I needed to draw both the master and the doggy as elephants. And then it starts to be a little confusing. But still, if I can figure a way to make the What the Doggy Hears cartoon work, I might still do it. I think this story is going to have some legs. I could probably draw that cartoon next Wednesday after the vote on Tuesday. I've drawn 3 or 4 What the Doggy Hears cartoons before. I like to draw. I like to have excuses for drawing politicians as animals, having them cross-dressed, drawing their butts, drawing them as doggy metaphors. Those are all my bread and butter. Dugon writes, what time are you streaming tomorrow? I don't know. I've got to get this cartoon out by noon, so it'll be sometime before noon Eastern time. I mean noon Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern time. It'll probably take me a couple hours to color it. You can look at all my past videos, see me coloring other cartoons on darylcagle.com. Boy, I have no secrets when I stream. You see all the mistakes. You got booted, Atomic Widget? Is that because of the poor stream? Did it cut you off? I'm not seeing the wheel spinning recently, although it does look like it's a good 2 or 3 minutes behind. I usually think of these old man or old man and old woman watching TV, reacting to the news cartoons as being kind of not the best solution. So I try to not draw them as often as I could. So, Kid Scoop News, if you're still there, I commented back on YouTube and it didn't show up. It said there was an error. So I guess the comments are not working on YouTube, even though the stream seems to be okay there. I don't think anybody's watching on YouTube. Atomic Rigid writes, looking really Jack Davisian. Oh, I think that's a compliment. Take it as a compliment. I'm a big Jack Davis fan, although I don't try to draw like Jack Davis. I just draw the way it comes out of my hand. Yeah, Jack Davis is the best. I am getting that spinning wheel on Twitch over here, although YouTube's working okay. My apologies for those spinning wheels. My Flint, Michigan water. I don't know if I thanked FIFA HD5 for following. Thank you, FIFA. Is that FIFA like World Cup soccer? Yeah, I think the lag today has made chat so difficult that we're not having the conversation that I usually have. I enjoy the conversation while I draw. Makes the streaming a very different experience than the solitude that cartoonists typically work in. Yep, Twitch is spinning there. Sorry about that, folks. I don't have a solution for that one. big spin on Twitch, and I see the audience drop, so I think I've got quality problems. Sorry about that, folks. My apologies. Okay, as I do this next big black spot, I'm gonna have a piece of paper under my hand, keep me from smearing what's underneath it. And I know that covers up your view, so sorry about that. I think I'm gonna expand the width on these electrical balloons. atomic widget rights. So who is going to win, the Republicans or the Democans? Boy, things are so crazy now. Anybody who thinks they know the answer to that is just blowing smoke. I can tell you this, no matter which way it goes and who wins, it's all going to be good fodder for political cartoonists. That'll give a little bit of good stuff going on in the TV. I think I may just come in here and do this the old-fashioned way. This E here needs a little something different. Getting there. Not a lot more. I've got 2 hours and 15 minutes into this. If any of you haven't followed, I do much appreciate a follow. am going to enjoy that debate tonight. I think they're just going to throw out some red meat and watch them go after it. Okay. I think I may be done. At least as done as it's going to get before I start to color it. How's that looking? Well, I think that's where I am with it. I think this is finished. There's an error. Okay, is that done? I can keep fiddling with it endlessly, and I'm not sure that at this point, if I keep fiddling with it, it gets any better. There's always more to fiddle with. Till you put your foot down and say, come on, stop, enough already. I don't think I got the last two cartoons up on darylcagle.com. Running behind this week. This is first few days of the month are always challenged because I've got to do the month-end bookkeeping from the previous month, pay all the artists' royalties. I think that does it. What else do I want in here? Alright, that's it. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna color this tomorrow morning. So if you want to keep your eye out for that, you can see my my Photoshop session tomorrow as I get this out before the East Coast newspaper deadline. Now I'm just being obsessive compulsive. Okay. This is done. Gotta stop the compulsive. Okay, folks. That's it. Let's see if this makes it look any better. Ah! It does not. Okay, so I'm finished with this one, and join me again tomorrow morning, and I will color this puppy, and I'd say we're out of here, folks. So thank you for joining me today, and thanks to the 8 of you who followed. That was very nice of you, and recommend me to your friends if you would. Trying to build up a following for these streaming cartoons, and the jury is still out on whether they're I'm gonna obsess just another little bit. Let's thick up this line. See, just as I'm making my closing arguments, I'm looking at thick up that line. Forget the closing arguments. Needed a few more thicks. Thicks to carry it. Let's see, there was one over here that I missed. This one needs to thick up into the TV. Alright, now this obsessive compulsive is just getting too much. I gotta stop. Too much obsessive compulsion. So, hey, that's the end for today. Tomorrow I shall color, so come back and join me, and tell your Twitch buddies to come follow. I do appreciate it, and thank you again.